Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Scorch by True Cornhole. Let's go ahead and dive in, break this bag down. We'll start with materials. Slow side. This is that slide right material. Same fast side that all Cornhole uses on the slide right, but it's the back side of that material. I call it the waxier side. Brand new material feels a little waxy on its back side, but as you break it in and throw it, it starts to soften up and becomes really nice, plays really well. It's the same slow side you find on the Lucky Pro Sniper, the BG Witcher, the Majestic's Ghost, the Local Legend. A lot of bags are using this. It's a wonderful material. It plays about a 6 speed, so it's fast but controllable. It's great for running bags in the hole, but you can also play the occasional dirty round with a blocker here and there. It has enough control for that. So 6 speed on the slow side, this bag. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper, Deadhead, Viper fast side. 9 speed, crazy fast, great for push and collecting, sliding the board in any conditions. Looking at about a 6.9 speed on this bag. Same exact material combinations that you find on the Pro Sniper, the Local Legend, the Majestic's Ghost. They all use the exact same 2 material combinations on there. Template-wise, it's a medium template bag. It's got kind of a medium fill, medium amount of flop right down the middle, kind of that sweet spot of fullness, template size, everything. You've got some flop here. It is not overly floppy. It has a mixed fill in here. So I love the mixed fill because it gives the bag that drippiness around the hole, but it's not overly active on landing, so it is forgiving. It doesn't really bounce a lot. It doesn't punish you if you don't throw the flat ice of bags. You get away with it with not throwing a flat bag because it does land fairly soft and runs straight and true up the board on you. It's if you throw the Pro Sniper, but you don't like how floppy it is, or you don't like that flat fill, you want a little bit more of a mixture fill, this Scorch is a little fuller, has that mixed fill in it. If you throw the Ghost, the Legend, even the Witcher, but you don't like how full they are, you want a bag that's a little floppier, this Scorch is that bag. So it falls right in the middle between the Pro Sniper and those other bags as far as the floppiness of the bag, so it fits right in the middle of there. The other thing I'll mention on the bag is on the inside of this slow side, there is a liner there. I talk about it on the B3 bags, Ultralight Performance liner. They use a super slick material they put on the inside of this material to reduce the friction. This bag has it. I think True Cornhole uses it in all their bags, I believe they told me. But I know for sure the Scorch does, even the Bird of Prey they've reviewed. I've got some other bags that have come up as well that I'll review in the future here that also use it. Basically, the big thing is like I said, it reduces that friction. So this bag is up around the hole, and it's kind of hanging there. There's less friction for the fill on this slow side material because you've got a super slick material there, so you reduce that friction, which just encourages the fill to continue to cascade and drip in and allows the bag to slip in the hole. And it maybe makes a difference for a handful of bags in a game, but those handful of bags can make their team winning and losing. You know, when you're talking about a game that maybe is, decided by 4, 6, 8 points, 3 or 4 different bags falling as opposed to hanging on can make a difference throughout the course of the game. So performance liner on the inside of this bag, which I really like. It also gives the bag a little bit more of a fuller bag hand feel to it, right? That extra material in the bag gives you a fuller feel, but it doesn't really take away from the flop of the bag. So you get the forgiveness around the hole, but you get that nicer hand feel to it. And as I mentioned, the bag, again, it doesn't punish you. So if you don't throw the flattest of bags, it has a little bit of kick, not a ton, but it does also mean it's not the best at shaping shots. So if you're looking for a bag to cut, flop, and roll, maybe not the best option for you. Again, if you're above average roll bag player, you can roll any bag. I mean, I was able to cut this bag, but it doesn't make those hard cuts. It's subtle cuts you can make. So you can kind of get around bags to some degree, but it's not making those hard cuts or those hard rolls that you would with a stickier bag or a carpet bag or a bouncier bag. It doesn't do that. It's more of a forgiving style bag. Let's go ahead and, before I get into playability on this as well, these bags are ACO stamped. So if you're playing the ACO, you're now required to have an ACO stamped bag. The Scorch is that. I also mentioned that I reviewed the Bird of Prey from True Cornhole not too long ago. This is the bag that I reviewed. At the time I reviewed it, they were not ACO stamped. They have also got the Bird of Prey ACO stamp. So to give you an update, if you're interested in this Bird of Prey, but you need an ACO stamped bag, you can now get it with the stamp. In fact, I think all of True Cornhole's bags are ACO stamped. At least I believe they are. Don't quote me on that, but I think all the bags that I saw, and I know all the bags that I have from them right now, all have that ACO stamp. So if you play the ACO, you need an ACO stamp bag. The Scorch will definitely work for you as well as that Bird of Prey will. So anyway, jumping into playability here. And this is really a bag that to me is designed more for the hole runner. You're going hole for hole, you're trying to outscore your opponent with the occasional block here and there. You can control this material. You can put a blocker up there if you need to, a third bag blocker or play a dirty round here or there. Now, if you are more of a softer thrower, finesse thrower, you have a higher arc in your throw, then you can play this more like a dirty style game. You can put blockers because it is slower than your traditional faster bags, right? So you can do that. I don't know if it's the best bag for that. Although I will say collectibility of this bag was wonderful because it's not super floppy. It doesn't take much clip in a corner. You can take the bag and the bags don't accordion up, which means if you do end up with the bag more on your opponent's side than you want to, you don't have to come with a crazy cut to grab it. Come down the middle, clip it, and you take it in. You can collect slow side, fast side's plenty fast to push through multiple bags. If you've got multiple bags up there, I never had an issue with the bags clogging or bunching the hole. So I was trying to collect 2 bags and throw it, from a fast side, I'd bring 2 bags in. They would kind of collect in, and then just drip right in the hole. They seem to fold up really nicely and melt in the hole as opposed to clogging or bunching up in the hole. Never had that issue. It's like I said, as I mentioned, it's very forgiving on landing. It's also very forgiving around the hole. You've got just enough flop here that you get that corner to dip in. It's going to grab that hole, spin around, and pull the bag right back in for you. So if you're not that consistent with your throw or your landing spot, if you don't throw the prettiest of bags as far as being flat, you don't land the same spot, you're not as consistent as you want to be, this bag's not going to punish you. It's actually going to cover up some of those mistakes. You watch them throwing lifetimes, bags aren't hitting the same spot. They're still grabbing the hole. They're still going in. If they don't go in and they hang there, it's not that hard to collect. Usually just coming to the bag, coming and hitting it, will take it right in. So the bags are very collectible if you leave them, as long as it's not your last bag. So it really is a forgiving bag. It has a larger than normal landing zone. I talk about landing zones. It's really one of those bags that if you're looking for a bag, a hole running style bag, a hole for hole style bag, but you're still working on your throw, or you just don't have a pretty throw and you've given up trying to flatten that bag up, or you've given up trying to land the same spot every time, but you want a bag you can work with, this Scorch is definitely that bag. It's going to make up for a lot of your mistakes. It's going to go in the hole in spite of sometimes how bad you throw it, if that makes sense. So I really had a blast on it. I think you will too. Leads me into availability on this bag, and True Cornhole has a website, truecornhole.com. I'll put a link down in the description as always for you guys. And if you go there, these bags, the Scorch bags, were $65 for a set. And I think it was like $15 shipping, if I remember correctly. So $80 shipped to you. Phenomenal price for an ACO stamp bag. High quality bag for that. It's definitely kind of that mid to lower price range for bags. So $80 for that. I will mention that the one thing I was playing on their website a little bit is I think I added 4 sets to my cart and it was still $15 shipping. So it looks like it's a flat rate shipping on their bags, which means if you and one of your league mates or buddy wants to buy a set each, throw them into one order, cut yourself some slack on the shipping. You can split that shipping up, save you even a little more money on that. But even if you have to pay for the $15, $80 shipped to you, great price. It's again, on the lower end of bag prices. You're not going to be upset. I think you're going to like these bags a ton. So go check them out, truecornhole.com. Pick you up a set of the Scorch or the Bird of Prey, as well as I got some other bags I'm going to review in the future, so stick around for those. If you've thrown the Scorch, I'd love to hear your feedback. I always love hearing your guys' opinions, what you like, what you don't like. I'm always love hearing your thoughts on the bags. I thank you so much for support, and I thank you for watching.